evening, good afternoon, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You guys are in on the Pacific Coast, so it's morning for you, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hi everybody. I'm Melissa, and this is CSS Live, Cruise Shop Save Live. And today I have some amazing special guests. I've been excited all day long. So we have Adam. Hey, Adam.
Hi, everyone.
We've got Jacquie, and we got Beth.
Hello.
Adam is of Martindale Travel and Tours, and Jacquie and Beth are two of Adam's angels, right?
You've heard of Charlie's Angels? This is Adam's Angels.
There you go. One of my angels is flying somewhere else today.
Oh, she is. Okay. So she'll have to join us next time.
Yeah.
But I'm so excited. Cruise Shop Save, we're building this community. We all love cruising and we all love shopping. And we've got some exciting news for everybody that's watching this. But we're going to get straight to it because Adam and Jacquie and Beth, they have so much news and so much information about the cruise industry. Personally, on New Year's Eve, I was watching the clock because I just wanted 2021 to arrive because I know I will be able to go cruising, and so will millions of other people who are just dying to cruise. And you guys are going to give us the inside scoop. So why don't we just go around a little bit, and I'll let you just introduce yourselves and tell us where you're from and what your specialist is. So Jacquie, do you want to go first?
Sure. That sounds great. My name is Jacquie Day, and I've been in the cruise industry for many years, over 15 years. I love cruising. And most recently, I worked with Seabourn, which is a really, really outstanding luxury cruise line. And then I also worked for Hurtigruten, which is a very different type of cruise. It's an expedition cruise line, and they travel to some of the world's most remote places: Antarctica, the Arctic, Greenland, Iceland. Their home base is in Norway, and so if you're looking for like a Northern Lights sort of cruise, they offer some really amazing itineraries for that as well. So I am excited to be here. I love to cruise. I love to shop. So I hope that this is the beginning of a long relationship with you, Melissa, and your company. And it's very exciting to be here.
Yes, and I'm excited too. We get lots of great people popping in and out, and John is a really good friend of mine, one of the Cruise Amigos. Hey, John, how are you? Thank you for joining us. And Peter is also here from Cruise Amigos. Hey, Cruise Amigo Pete. And I have something great to tell you guys as well later on. We'll carry on introducing you all. What we're going to do is talk about something that the Cruise Amigos have put together, which is really great. We'll talk about that a little bit later. It's called Support a Port, and it is a charity. It's registered in the USA, and people can donate. And basically, they did an amazing fundraiser. Here's the information here. So if you can support a port, they can support cruise destinations like Juneau, Alaska. They did a wonderful fundraiser for Whittier, Alaska, and they got Christmas presents for all the kids.
Nice.
Yeah, because the pause in the cruise industry has affected so many people, and no one was really talking about what was going on in the ports of call. Everyone was talking about the cruise lines and, their hardships, which they also are a massive employer. But these guys are amazing, and we need to get you back on the show. Thanks for watching. So yes, who's next? So Beth, can you tell us a little bit about what you specialize in?
Sure. I have actually been in the travel business for close to 40 years now. And for years during that time, I did specialize in cruises. I think sort of my first love. I do all kinds of travel, but I do really, really enjoy the cruise industry and cruise travel, being on a cruise and all of that. So my partnership working with Adam and the other angels that we all are working together, these cruise groups that you're putting together is just, to me, a very, very exciting opportunity. And I think it's something that is really going to go over very well. I know you probably have already had quite a few that you've done, but I just think this is a great concept, and we are very excited about working with you, Melissa, and all of these others to do these. But I want to say one thing about the support of port. When you were saying that about Alaska, I have a lot of close connections up there with the Alaska cruise industry and with the just all of the ports and the cities up there and the people that are now not being able to work and how much they have lost because of the cruises not being able to travel there last year. So my heart goes out to them. I'm glad that somebody is doing something to help them and to realize that it's not just the cruise industry, it's all of the areas around and the ports and the cities that people are not able to visit. So we appreciate and are looking forward to getting back out there and traveling again and cruising in general. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that support is amazing, and they just they do it all in their own time. And actually, people should go ahead and go over to the Cruise Amigos, like and follow them. They have a live show as well that they do, and it's hilarious. There's 3 of them, and they cruise all, well, you know, they're avid cruisers, and they started this show. It is so funny. And I was on the show once and I had a blast, and I need to get you guys back here. And Peter says, thank you, Melissa, we're here anytime you need us. Love the idea of your cruise scoops. Cannot wait until we cruise again. Cheers. Pete, you're welcome. Hope to see you soon, Pete. But yeah, so and the other thing actually that Pete specializes in is solos, cruise solos. So I know there's a solo rate with a lot of your cruise lines as well. But before we get into that, let's head over to the man himself, Adam, who I love you. You're amazing. You have put together all these groups. So tell us a little bit about your background and how you got into this and what's going on.
Well, thanks, Melissa. I'm excited to be here with you. Basically, I started in the cruise industry when I was 19 years old, working for Carnival Cruise Lines. When they had 3 ships back in '85, so that shows my age, but a little bit.
Wow.
But I started on the festival, went to Mardi Gras and Carnival, and then brought out 7 more ships for them when they were being built. So I was there in its infancy, really. So I did 10 years with Carnival as food and beverage director, left the cruise industry for 10 years, lived in Miami, worked in hotels and resorts, moved to Seattle, and then ended up going back to work for Norwegian Cruise Line and bring out the Pride of America for their American product in Hawaii. Did that for 4 years, left again, worked in hotels and resorts in San Diego and Santa Barbara, and then went back to work for Oceania Cruises for 2 years and Regent as food and beverage director. In the meantime, I was planning my business plan and started full-time. I own a cruise planner franchise affiliated with American Express in San Diego, and started full-time with my business in 2015. I specialize in luxury travel, and Oceania and Regent are 2 of the brands that I sell the most. And also I escort groups, myself, food and wine groups, with my background being all food and beverage. It makes sense to do groups with wineries and chefs, and I escort a lot of the groups in the Mediterranean. So can't wait for this year, towards the 3rd quarter, to start doing that again, and going forward back in the Mediterranean with wineries and chefs in Tuscany and all over the Mediterranean. I can't wait to get back there.
Oh my God, that sounds amazing. What's not to love? Food, wine, Tuscany, cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it hits it all, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm excited to go to Israel on our cruise we put together, which you're going to talk about later, because the wineries in Israel are amazing, and I haven't had a chance to go there yet.
Really? I wouldn't know that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know that.
Just did a wine tasting with wineries from Israel last week.
Wow, interesting.
Interesting. Yeah. Oh well, I'll try the wine. You know.
Yeah.
So you were just I picked up something you were saying just there about you're looking forward to getting back to cruising this year. And here's the big question really that everybody wants to know. When can we cruise again?
Let me just get out my crystal ball here.
Right. Yeah.
What I'm hearing from my contacts at the cruise lines is that May, June is the approximate start date. Of course, I don't have definite information. Nothing's in writing. But in Europe, it seems like that's what they're aiming for. Some of the
Mhm.
cruise lines, I haven't spoke to all of them, obviously, and I know that the main, Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, other and MSC are going to try and start in the Caribbean and just go to the private islands to start with. And I know they're getting ready to do that now, but a lot of it all depends on the CDC and the test cruises they have to do and all the stuff that they have to follow with the CDC. But hopefully that will be coming very soon. So I'm anticipating seeing in the Caribbean probably in March, April, probably April, where they start doing that, which will be great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's really great news. And that, again, is something really, really to look forward to. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting back to cruising. But, I wanted to really drive this home because there are so many offers and so many sales. And I have seen in our community, because we're a close community, there are so many offers that are just ridiculous. Like, they are ridiculous. And I'm saying to everybody, you need to start booking now, because as soon as people have been vaccinated and they feel confident about cruising. In fact, it was in the news here in the UK on the BBC. It was broadcasted, and I shared the story in my Facebook group that over 50-year-olds are booking vacations and holidays and cruises like crazy, because we can check when we're going to be vaccinated. And actually, some holidaymakers are saying that they've actually sold out. So what is happening with all these offers, and should people take advantage of them?
Yeah. Do you want to take that? Anyone else?
Yeah, I'll jump in. Absolutely. You should jump on it now, because we're finding there are sailings. We were just chatting earlier. There are sailings for the end of 2022. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
It sounds so far away, but there are such great offers. And if you are a discerning traveler and you want to get that penthouse suite, that owner's suite, there's very limited availability to begin with in those really high-end categories. Book them now. Book them while you can. The deposit structures are very low right now. They're refundable if you need to make a change. Lock yourself in. Get the suite that you want now while you still can, because demand is going to go through the roof. I totally agree with Melissa. People are pent up. The demand is there. As soon as it's safe, you're going to have to try to tie them down to keep them home. People want to cruise. I know I do. And even people that I've known for years that I never thought of as cruisers are saying, oh gosh, okay, this has taught me one thing. Don't wait until the perfect time. Just book it and do it, because you never know when something crazy like this could happen and we'd be locked in our houses again. So I think you're much better off booking now, locking in, getting the suite that you want, because there's so few of those nice high-end cabins. You want to lock yourself in now if you can.
And the prices for these high-end cabins, in my wildest dreams, I would have never thought that you could get a penthouse suite for these prices. And if you want to know what we're talking about, we're going to add a ton of links after this video. But and for example as well, the deposits are so minimal. It's like no one's going to lose their money. It's like a bank. If you know you want to cruise and you're gonna cruise, it's a no-brainer, because even if that cruise is delayed, all right, or canceled, you still got that money. And it's oftentimes, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not the travel agent, correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of cruise lines are given 125% credit, right?
Yeah. So region, the luxury cruise lines are mainly giving 125% of your cruise fare back, which is, like you said, it's 25% more than you had before. So we're getting that in the bank right now. It's definitely a good deal. I have a lot of clients that are booking right now. They're hoping the cruises are going to go, but they already have a bank of money that they're like, how can we spend this money? We've got $40,000 of cruise credits, and we know we're going to cruise. So we need to plan our trips for 2022. And when are the itineraries for 23 coming out? They can't wait to see the itineraries for 23.
Yeah.
I did a conference call with Oceania yesterday, and they told me the bookings are up 80% over 2019.
Wow.
For 2022. So if you want to cruise in 22 and you have a particular ship and a particular suite or a stateroom, so the lowest categories and the highest categories always sell out first.
Right.
Then definitely book now and take advantage of it.
Yeah. Yeah, Pete says, I saw a BBC travel reporter say, don't just book a holiday, book your bucket list holiday.
Yep.
As you said, you never know what could happen.
Right.
Absolutely.
Great
Good
advice.
advice.
Good
Yeah.
advice on them. Thank you.
And
Yeah.
if there's one other thing I can just jump in and say here that to add to this whole thing about the people that have taken advantage of moving what they had from like this past year over to next year and even maybe before years after that. This is one of the reasons too why space is filling up so quickly, and why when you go to book for 2021 or even into 2022, it's filled up because people have moved from
Yeah.
a canceled sailing over, and so the ships, even though you think, well, it's a ways away, well, they're filling up because of people that have moved from one date to another. So just thought I'd throw that in there.
Yeah, no, it's a backlog. A backlog.
Uh-huh.
So if there are cabins available, because I actually feel that as soon as the vaccine is out and that people are vaccine confident, I think people will struggle to actually book what they want. And
Yes.
so now it's like, kid in a candy store, go ahead. I'm hoping that I can book this year, next year, and 2023. Like, I don't know how far advanced they put out the itineraries. Do you know anything about that? Or
23 is out for some cruise lines now.
Yeah,
for
for
quite a
some.
few of them.
okay, good.
I
Yeah,
think
I know.
that's a good thing. They've had time during this downtime to plan ahead a little more, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, and the other thing as well, not so much the luxury high-end ships, but I would think like the mainstream ships, they've offloaded a lot of the ships. They've gotten rid of a lot of the old fleet.
Yeah, the older inventory. Yeah.
Yeah, the old inventory. Thank you. Yeah,
Which
so
is actually, that's a positive, I think, that's come out of this. Because some of those ships, in my opinion, they really needed to go. I mean, there's a lot of people that love them, and I worked on some of them, and it's sad to see them go, but they need some new inventory to sail from some places around, especially in this area in LA. We used to have an old Carnival ship going back and forward, and now they've got one of the new ships coming out, which is great to see.
Right.
oh, that's really cool. Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah. I like a new ship. I was my first ever ship was the old Nordam, and then that ended up
wow. Yeah.
Morella's. It went through several different owners. I can't
Yeah.
remember all of them. But then it ended up as Morella Celebration, and I worked on that ship. I ran the shopping program, and I went on board, and it was the same smell. It was so weird.
Oh, funny.
Like that weird smell, and I was like, "Ooh, I know that smell."
That's funny you say that.
And the same creaking. I thought, yeah, it's.
And I brought the Celebration out from when it was built.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And now it just went to the scrapyard last week.
Yeah. God bless it. The old crow's nest. Goodness me. But anyway, so let's talk about these groups. So you mentioned earlier, Adam, that you specialize in these groups. And they sound amazing. I want to go on one myself, but you and I have put together a luxury shopping companion group, and we're so excited about it because my background is in onshore shopping. And I used to run the onshore shopping program for, look who's here. I'm sorry. Emma's here. Hey, Emma. She made it. Emma is the busiest cruise influencer I know, and she's here in the show. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. But yeah, I used to run a shopping program for Crystal, for Regent, for Oceania, and Morella, and for Viking as well. And we used to do, this great shopping program. We used to give people an amazing experience. But oftentimes when I cruises, I'd meet some really cool passengers, some guests, I should say, some guests. And I'd say, you know what, you should just come with me for the day. I'm going to take you. And it'll blow your mind where I'm going to take you. And I said, do you trust me? And they were like, yeah, okay, we trust you. And I would take them to Istanbul. We used to get in a taxi. And I used to have a fight with the taxi driver, because he wanted to rip us off. So I used to tell her how much he needed to charge us, and the guests were like this. Oh no, no, but it's not going to be like that. It's going to be much more luxury. But I used to take them to these amazing showrooms. So we used to go through this door in a street, and I would take them in the elevator, and we'd go up onto the veranda, and these amazing showrooms that nobody knows about. You wouldn't know they were there, and literally You would go out onto the veranda and we'd have lunch, and the Blue Mosque was like just there right in front of you, and the view of the Asian side. And I was just like, and they were just like, oh my God, this is so amazing. So I thought, well, why not put together a great group? And we've put together some amazing cruises. And if I can do this right, because this is difficult for me, but if I can share my screen, I'm going to share, if I can, application window. Let me see. You'll have to tell me if this works. Oh, hang on. I need to get it up on another screen. Hold on a second. Sorry. And a bit technically challenged. Okay. I'm just going to bring it up. Here it is. So we've got 3 groups going out. The first one is in the Med. And let me go back to this other screen. Oh my God, you know what I mean? This is crazy. Hang on. I lost you. Are you still there?
We're still here.
We're here.
Do you want me to talk about the cruises while you figure that out?
Yeah. Can you talk about the and then
Yeah. Okay, so we have 3 cruises on Regent that we put together with Melissa. The first one's in September on the Regent Voyager, and it's round trip Athens. And it's going to Istanbul, Kusadasi, Santorini, and back to Athens. There's other ports there, but those are the main ports for shopping. I know Melissa can talk a little bit more about those ports.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just sharing, and I know that's not the right screen. Hang on, I'm just showing everybody my old computer. Hold on a second.
And then if you can't go in September, we have in the Caribbean, if you prefer the Caribbean, on the brand new Regent ship, the Splendor, which hasn't even sailed yet. So the Splendor came out last year, if anyone remember, in March, and it went to San Diego with the high-end Regent guests, and then they had to disembark because of COVID. So they haven't really sailed anywhere yet. Yeah. So they had the inaugural cruise to San Diego, and then went back to Miami. So this is the brand new ship, the Splendor, and we're doing a group on that out of Miami, January 6, 2022. Round trip Miami for 18 nights, and it's going to all the beautiful Caribbean islands.
Wow!
Like Barts, Antigua, St. Lucia, St. Kitts, and a lot of islands, but great shopping places.
Yes,
awesome. The best shopping places. Can you see my screen? All right.
We can.
Yes.
There you go. And then this is the one that this is in the 5th of June.
No, we don't. We only see your computers. We don't see anything about the cruise.
It looks like your inbox. Yeah.
I'll keep talking.
Keep talking.
And then if you're not comfortable going September this year, then we've also put together a cruise in the Mediterranean for June next year on the Explorer as well. So we got the Regent, we got the Voyager, we got the Splendor, and we have the Explorer June 5th, 2022. And this
now,
is really
Adam,
cool.
Can I ask, is that the one that hits Croatia, it hits Dubrovnik, and it hits Venice?
Correct.
Oh, with the Venice, I noticed that you're going to do a day trip to Murano to see the Murano glass and look at the beautiful jewelry. And then in Dubrovnik, there's an incredible shopping experience there. That is a really good itinerary. That one I'm excited about.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that one too, because it starts in Haifa in Israel.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a great. Like I talked about before, we can do some little bit wine tasting before the cruise.
Yes.
As well as go to Jerusalem, of course, and all the stuff you want to do in Israel. But there's some fantastic wineries there, like I said before. And if you can go a couple of days before, you could even visit Tel Aviv, which I've always wanted to go. I hear it's amazing.
Yes. I've always wanted to go.
That one's Haifa to Venice. And that's one you have on the screen, right? We see your screen now with that cruise,
Woohoo!
You just want to X out of that CP box. You want to X out of that, Melissa. Perfect. You got it.
This cruise is exciting. Yeah, this is the luxury shopping companion cruise, Jerusalem to Venice. And here's everything that everyone can experience. Did you know that Evel Pearls are from Haifa, and they do an amazing tour? It's so fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah, and then we can walk the streets and roads for the afternoon. We can shop for local crafts and also high design Greek gold in Kusadasi, private escorted trip to Ephesus, followed by an amazing Turkish culture, tradition, flying carpets experience and lunch. Istanbul, it's amazing. Like I was talking about Mykonos, again, you could just walk off the ship. and walk the beautiful streets of Mykonos, Santorini. Same thing. We can do a private. We're arranging something really special in Santorini for everybody that you wouldn't get on a normal tour. And Dubrovnik is the home of the cravat. This is where the birth of the tie. And so there's an amazing boutique in Dubrovnik. And it's known for its heritage, the craftsmanship, beautiful silk scarves, ties, and it's such an amazing thing for everybody to experience the birth of the cravat. And so the people, oh my God, I have scarves in my wardrobe that I bought from there. It's wonderful. And then in Venice, as you said, Beth, we can arrange a private VIP boat to pick us up from the ship to Murano Island to witness special Murano blown glass, which they do offer that on the ship, but we can arrange a designer to do that, someone who's really established in the design world, and they can browse a 60,000 foot showroom before enjoying VIP refreshments and return to the ship. Wow. It's very exclusive. Oops. Oh, I don't know what happened there. That's weird. I'm going to stop sharing my technical skills. That's it.
That's right. We can talk.
So with our groups, we have group pricing that won't change. So if the cruise lines do increase the pricing between now and then, which I can see them doing, once the demand increases, then they'll put the prices up, and we have the group pricing that's on the website. And also we have an additional $400 onboard credit for the suite, which you can use to shop on board. So you can buy something from the gift shop for $400.
Yeah, because it's all inclusive. And so what else are you going to spend your money on?
The spa.
Right. Oh, yeah.
The spa.
Oh, that's amazing on the Explorer and on the Splendor. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. And Pete's asking, do you have any solo deals?
So right now we don't. We just have what Regent's offering. We tried to get special pricing for solos, but with what's happening now, they don't have that available. Sometimes they'll offer those cruises with a 150% rate instead of 200%. So right now we don't have that, unfortunately. Okay.
Do you have it with any of the cruise lines that you work with?
Depending on the cruise, they're all different, depending on how they're selling, each cruise line is a little different. And some cruise lines obviously have solo cabins now. Like Cunard has solo cabins on board, but they sell out very fast. And even the river cruises, a lot of the river cruises now have one cabin on board for solos. So if you want that, you better book that way out to get it. So you got to plan ahead if you're gonna try and get a solo rate. And especially now, like we talked about already, it's going to be a little more challenging, I think, to get a better deal once people start sailing again.
Yeah, I agree. And so what is the nationality of your main client base? I know you're based in San Diego. What are your, is it US Americans that you deal with mostly?
Yeah, I would 90% American and about probably 10% Canadian.
Okay. And what destination are they hankering to get to mostly?
Europe.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
A lot of people want to go to Europe, and a lot of people are looking at the exotics. I mean, talking about that World Cruise, Oceania is coming out with the World Cruise. They've just announced it for 2023.
Right.
For 23. And as they cancel the World Cruise for 20 and 21, then there's going to be limited availability on the cruise for 23. I mean, I have a client that wants to book 2 segments in the owner suite, and we probably won't be able to get it for them because they probably have the owner suite sold out for the whole world cruise.
Yeah.
So again, it's about availability and demand.
So if anyone is thinking of booking a penthouse or a master suite or anything like that, or booking this luxury shopping companion group that's very special, or one of wine tours, where should people go? I have should they just head over to your website, or?
Yeah, that's the best place to go, to the website.
Okay. And your website?
And they can always email me. They can email me or call, whatever's easier for them.
Okay. So your website's coming up right now. So it's martindaletravelandtours.com. I ran out of space.
Yeah.
.com, or you've got a couple of groups going on, right, on Facebook. So if you're watching this on Facebook, obviously you have a Facebook account. Let me type this up. So where should people go if they're interested in a Regent cruise, for example, or do you want them all to go to the same place?
So we have that Regent cruiser group as well,
Okay.
the Facebook group, which we created, and we're going to start posting more stuff in there about these group cruises. So that's a good place to go and join, because it'll be our own group, and we can put all the information in there, which will be a nice one to get information from. And then, do you want to talk about possible river cruise as well that we're going to do later on?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So yes, because river cruises, I have a shopping program on a river cruise that nobody else has. I'm the first person to put together this exclusive shopping program on the River Rhine and the River Danube. I have to be honest, I don't have anything for the other rivers in Europe. But however, in my experience, the River Rhine is, if you want to go shopping, if you're a big shopper, the Rhine has some of the, but I mean, the Danube does too, but the Rhine has some of the best shopping available. So we're putting together that talk, isn't it?
Talk, yeah.
I can never say it.
We're going to put a group together with Talc in August 2022. So we'll have 3 ocean cruises on Regent to choose from, and also a luxury river cruise with Talc that's going to go from Amsterdam to Milan, which also it ends in Lake Como, so you can stay on Lake Como before you go home. So that'll be a fantastic trip as well.
What's not to love?
Isn't that where George Clooney is?
Yeah, that's where he has a house.
Oh, sign me up! I'm going there right now.
Yeah, schedule him in.
Here's my credit card.
Yeah, imagine that. We're shopping and there he is with his wife. I'll be like,
hello.
Hello. Fancy seeing you here.
Yes, that's going to be a fantastic trip. And Talc's probably the best river cruise line for cruising in Europe. They have the largest suites on board any river cruise ship. So if you're looking for something a little nicer and more luxurious, it's definitely the way to go.
Amazing. That's so exciting. We have a lot to look forward to. So people booking more river cruises now. You said your clientele really want to go to Europe. I mean, you've obviously been on a river cruise, right?
I have been on 2, yeah.
Right. I am not actually. I'm an ocean cruiser, but I'd love to try it.
Yeah. Have you, Beth?
I have not been on it, but I'll tell you that is probably the fastest growing segment of the cruise industry as far as what my experience is. And just the ability to pull into these little ports along the river and you immediately walking out onto the cobblestone streets and experiencing the city. I mean, it's just, and then if you're sailing, just looking at the scenery around you, it's just an incredible thing. And it's probably become the most popular. And there's a lot of different ships out there now, from this high end like Talc and on down to other ones. So, I mean, it's affordable for a lot of people, but it's a great experience. Yeah.
And you're doing a group, you're taking a group on the Christmas markets next year.
Yes, on AMA Waterways.
Yeah.
The end of the year.
AMA, that's a good brand as well. Yeah, because I mean, I went on the river cruise and I just loved it. I felt like it was they pack everything in. It's very tours led. So it's like being on a cruise ship, but you're in port literally more or less every day. And if you're not in port, you're cruising something amazing, like you're cruising past an amazing castle, or you're going through the lock system, which is really cool. That's a cool experience. Touch the sides of the locks. It's so cool. And it's intimate as well, because these river cruises are only 150 guests, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it. And I felt, and sometimes they drop you off in one place. You go off on a bus and you go somewhere and you meet the river cruise ship.
Right. Or you can do it on a bike. They have, some of them have bikes on board and you can get off on your bike and you bike up to the next port and meet them up there. Wonderful experience. Doesn't that sound great?
I did that on the Danube. We did the bike ride down the Danube. Yeah. The ship down. That was nice.
Yeah.
Right through the vineyards in the Wachau Valley. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes, they have some great wineries. You and your wine. Oh my God. I know if I was with you on a cruise ship. I'm doing dry January, and I've got to say I'm halfway through, and I could murder a glass of wine tonight. That wine, stop. Yeah, so yeah, and then oh, that was it came back again. Yeah, the river cruises. I liked. They keep you busy though. I mean, it is that you literally and a lot of the times the tours are all included. So when you that the same with Tauk and Amaway?
Yeah, Tauk is nice because everything's included. Some river cruise lines, they have mostly included or some inclusions, but Tauk has everything included. So there's nothing to think about. High-end alcohol, the gratuities, the tours, everything's included.
Hey, Adam, can you remind me with Regent what's included? Because I'm not really sure. Yeah,
it's easier to say what's not included.
Really? Okay, that's great. That's
really,
great.
the only thing that you have to pay for with Regent is for the gift shop and the spa.
That's it.
And that's it.
So even high-end alcohol. So if you want a brand name spirit that your favorite,
Grey Goose every night is included. If you want a bottle in your suite every day, they bring it. It's included.
Wow, that's wonderful. Okay, thanks.
And they have real champagne at the bars and the restaurants. It's not, sparkling wine. It's real champagne by the glass. That's included. Shore excursions are included. Everything's included.
Yeah.
And if you book the air with them from the US, business class air is included, as well as the transfers, as well as the pre-night hotel if you book a certain category, a concierge level and above. So there's really nothing to think about. A lot of my clients, once they book on Regent, they won't go on any other cruise line.
Yeah.
And the nice thing with Regent too is if you don't need that air, they give you an air credit.
Correct.
Because I know a lot of people sometimes have miles that they use or whatever, and so that just so that they know they can get a credit if they don't use that air.
Especially now, a lot of people have credits from airfare they couldn't take over the last year or two.
Yeah. That's true.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, I love it. Well, so if people want to get in touch with you, they can either message us after this talk and we'll answer. Because I'm streaming this through lots of different platforms tonight. We're all over the place. But if someone wants to subscribe to my bi-weekly newsletter, they can. The link is in the description, and we include everything about the upcoming groups and tours that's going on with us. But this has been amazing. I want you to come back. I just got one last question. Do you all go with every single group that you book?
Yeah, we do. And we're forming groups right now for the future, and there'll be escorted groups, and one of us will be on all the groups.
Okay, so where can I sign up?
So you're going to be on the shopping groups.
I'm going to be on the shopping group.
I'm going to come with you on those too.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
We'll make you an honorary angel, Melissa.
Yes.
There you go.
I like that a lot. Okay, cool. Yeah, because I've got some of my people. Oh my God, who am I? So some of the people. Oh my God, I did it again. Some of my friends that work with me are way more experienced shopping guides than I am. I mean, I've been doing this for 25 years. For 12 years, I ran the program from the comfort of a desk in Bristol. So a lot of my friends worked on board the cruise ships because they're lifers, what we call lifers. They can't get off ships. So people like my friend Elizabeth is probably watching this. My friend Daryl, my friend Jason. These are also people who are really experienced in shopping. They know what's good. They know what's not. And they're going to come too. So it's going to be like loads of us. It's going to be more. Yeah, so we can take small groups off. So we're going to vary it too. So if somebody doesn't want to go there, but they want to go there, we can make sure we make that happen. But it's so exclusive and it's so unique. And if anyone's interested in joining us for the Luxury Shopping Companion cruises, this is something we're going to do permanently. just sign up for the newsletter or join the group. You're in the group, a Cruise Shop Save Facebook group, and we'll keep you up to date, and we'll see you on the next group.
Yeah, and just to jump in again and what you said, Melissa, to let everyone know that they will be smaller, more intimate luxury groups. So it's not going to be a huge group that we're escorting around. We're only going to go to places that can accommodate small groups to make it a much better experience than what you would get on a group tour from the ship.
Absolutely. It's very small and intimate, and it has to be because we're arranging private yachts, arranging private boats, we're arranging private showrooms that only the rich and famous and VIP people get exposure to. So, and we're arranging some very unique gifts. People will receive a gift packet in their cabins, and we'll be giving some really nice gifts to everybody that they can take home. And we're going to have this great community, and hopefully people will cruise with us every year and tell all their friends about it. So yeah, we're looking forward to the first one, which is in 13th of September, which sails out of Piraeus to Turkey, right? No, round trip.
Istanbul, Kusadasi, Santorini, and back to Athens.
Mm-hmm.
Turkey and the Greek Isles, which is unbelievable. You'll have the time of your life, and we will too.
Yes.
But we'll look after you and make sure that you're very well looked after, and you'll love it. It's unbelievable.
Great.
Yeah, me too. Well, thank you so much for your time. Will you please come back and do this again with us? We've had loads of people watching, and we'll have more comments. These are comments here, but we'll probably have some more comments that pop up in the actual Facebook feed. So we'll get to all your questions and answers, and we can't wait to cruise again. We can't wait to see you all out there on ships and join our community, and let's have some fun.
Sounds great. Thank you so much, Melissa. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Day.
Yeah, day.
Evening. Okay. All right. Take care.
All right,
Have a good night. Bye.